Hello everyone and welcome back to Little Kids Like That. Yes, I am back and I am back to share a couple of things that I've been working on. And mostly I've been sharing them on Facebook and on my scopes. So I've stopped everything today to share what I've been working on with all of you here. And I hope you like it. I decided to join a Facebook challenge. It's part of the Deconstructed Art Journaling Facebook group, and one of the girls, and let me look up her name. I think her name is Paula or Paula. Let me just check that out. I'm just double checking. Yeah, so she's Paula, and it's called Paula's 31 Faces of October. So we have to create a face for each day of the 31 days in October. So I decided to finally jump in and create faces, to challenge myself to work with faces for 31 days. And I didn't think about it too much because I kept postponing it. I've seen people do it often, and I've always been kind of curious and kind of tempted, but never actually jumped in. Now this time I saw it, and that day, I don't know why, I said, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for it, and I'm just gonna try it and see what comes out. What could be the worst thing, that I find a new style or end up with a whole bunch of ugly faces to share? But so far it's been okay. It has, I haven't created a face that is totally like, maybe there's one, and I'll show you, but for the most part, I'm pretty happy with the outcome, and I think I've been improving as I keep working on them. And then I do things like this. I look at them again after I share them, and I find things that I want to fix. Okay, so let me share with you the one that I started with. And the first time that I shared it on Facebook, I did not have a background on it because I was concentrated on the face, and I went right to it that same day that I made the compromise that I was going to do. I mean, it was a compromise with myself. I decided to do it, and I went right in and I started drawing a face with a pencil. And I shared my picture, and that was like the start of it. So after a few days, I think it was, I went back in and I added the background to it, the acrylic paint to it, and my daughter Beatriz, you all know, she always has an opinion and always has new ideas for me to try, and I usually follow her ideas because they're usually good. So she told me that I should add green with color pencils to her eyes and just leave it like that. And I did, and I liked how it turned out. So this is my first face. That's the first one that I created for this challenge, and I am working on all of them for the most part in my art journal, the big chunky one that I've been working with, and it's almost finished. Yay! So that's the first one that I worked on. It's done in pencils, and then I went in and I added the acrylic paint to the back, and following Beatriz's suggestion, I added the color pencils in green to her eyes. And yay! Quite happy with the outcome. And then I went and I created phase 2. I'm trying different things with every face. So this is phase 2, and and I wanted to work with colors that were not the usual colors that you work with when you're painting. So I went in with acrylics and I created that profile, and I added a bright red to the background and created her in tones of blue, and then she has brown and blue in her hair. So that was my second one. Oops. And this is my third one. This is more of a whimsical. This is a type of face that I've gone and worked with a few times. Not the same one, but I mean, that is something that I like to do. I like to have the closed eyes with the thin eyelashes. And I'm actually looking at my artist muse here that I created a while back, and I shared on a video a while back. And it's the same type of eyes and the same type of eyebrows. And the mouth is very similar. Let me share that with you because I have it right now because I shared it on Periscope the other day. That's my artist muse that I created in, I think it was 2011. So they're kind of sisters, you know, twin sisters. But that was my third one, and that's also in acrylics and very loosely done. I'm not, the only thing that it's harder for me, but I think I'm kind of getting it, is the blending of the shades of the skin tone to create a more of a realistic shadow and dimension. So I've been working with that, and that is one thing that I wanted to do for this page, and this is number 4. So those of you who follow me on Facebook have seen all of them. But this is Deco Art decoupage paper for the background. And that is actually the background that inspired the girl. She's a Spanish flamenco dancer. Not a flamenco dancer. She's a Sevillana dancer. And I found an image of a girl on Google, and that was kind of like the image that inspired me to make her. She's not identical to the photo that I found, but the pose and the hair and the flower are part of what I did reference to when I was doing. I hope you can see. So I'm quite happy with that one. I really, really, really like that page. After I did it and I shared it, the proportions are a bit off from the face to the body, but I love the pose and the shades on it so much that I don't even mind that it's out of proportion. You know, it's just, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with her hair. I'm happy with everything about that face. That felt good to get to that point, to work with my acrylics and be able to achieve the pose that I wanted to achieve. Because I haven't been painting, like, my jammies, I haven't been painting in a long time. So I'm sorry, I'm wearing half jammies, half not. But I was wearing jeans and it was too hot, so I changed into these comfy pants. So this is my casual way of sitting. So sorry that I feel comfy tonight. So that was 5. That was 4, and now I have to go back because I created the other one on a page that I had worked with. 5 I shared with you. It was a silhouette of the girl facing sideways. That girl that I shared on my previous video. This was number 6, and I love her. I love her. That's number 6, and that is stencils with neon colors from Deco Art. Then on top of that, it's another stencil from the Crafters Workshop using another neon color. And then I used a stencil from Andy Skinner for the eyes, nose, and mouth, like the facial features. And that is what inspired the whole face. So what I did was I stenciled that with a very faint white on top of my background, and that's how I was able to get the proportion for the face that I then drew around the features. And then I used gesso to create the head and the neck and shoulder, or the beginning of the shoulder. And I just stenciled it again in black, added the hair at the top, and then I used another Crafters Workshop stencil to create the leaves for the head part, for the hair or the headpiece. So that's number 6, and I really love that page. I mean, I feel it's improving, you know. So that's 6, and then 7 is this one, and that is a background that I had worked with on Periscope using a big deco art stencil of a mandala image and needlepoint canvas to create texture. And then that's what inspired the girl. So I had that background created, and I created the girl to go with it. And she's my little Hindu girl. Can you see that? And I'm getting a really bad lighting right now. But that's the girl. And you can't really see the colors on her with the lighting that I have right now. 8 is this blue and green girl that I worked on because that background was already created, and I just made this simple outline lady. I love her on that blue and greenish background. It has been so much fun to just work with different things. Like, I'm working with backgrounds, I'm seeing what comes out of the images that I find on my backgrounds. I'm playing with different things every day. So I am so grateful that I decided to join the challenge. And these are 9 and 10. Oops, dropped me. And those look similar too. I created both of those in the same day. And that one has kind of like a weird ponytail issue, but I like the face a lot, and I like the colors a lot. So I don't even mind the ponytail. And then this one, it's so much fun. Creating her with acrylics in just purples and pinks. So those were me challenging myself to use acrylics and a color that was not usual for the face. So, and being able to get the shadows and okay, so I think I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna stop at number 10. Yeah, I'm gonna stop at number 10 and come back and share a deconstructed art journaling page that I created for Swap. And that is something that I started, I think it was like more than a month ago that we were assigned the partners, and it was due last Monday, but last Monday was a holiday, so there was no post office on that date, so I had to send 3 of them out on Tuesday, and one of them I had issues with because I was creating the 4 of them at the same time, and I was working on each side, and when I turned one of them over to finish it off, here I go with my other leg, but when I turned the other one over, I had moved the inside upside down. So I was able to send the other 3, and they're just, you know, 8 by 8 folded in half. So one of them I had to fix because I couldn't send it like that, of course. And one of the girls, thankfully, was understanding enough to tell me that she wouldn't mind if hers was different from the other 3, because I knew I didn't have all of the elements to create it again, and it took a long time to create those. So I didn't know if it was going to be the same. I knew it wasn't going to be exactly the same as the other ones, and she didn't mind, so I told her that if she did not mind, she would be the one getting that extra one that I was going to fix. And I finally finished that. That's the only one that I have right now with me, so I'm going to share it with you before I send it out, because I didn't make any extras, so I want to share it with you before I send it out and not have it to share. and those are actually faces also. I just didn't share them before on a video or on on a video or on Facebook, because they were part of a swap, and I did not want to ruin the surprise by sharing them on a picture or here on YouTube. So I'll share that before I send them. And I know I owe some people some things. I just have not been able to do shipping these past months. I've been working like crazy. I've been working hard at getting my workshops. They have not been as big in numbers as they used to be. So I've been kind of like crunching up that budget, and it's been lacking in the craft department. So I know there's 2 persons that I owe some packages to, and there's one other person that I was swapping with, and I have my part is done, but I'm waiting on Beatriz to finally finish hers. She started it, she got frustrated and stopped, and she has to finish her inserts in order to be able to send that pocket letter out. So I'm hoping that she'll finally get to it. My part is already done, but I don't want to send it out without the other part, which is hers. So I'm so sorry. I don't think I've ever been late on sending out my things. This year has been crazy in so many ways, but I'm trying to stay positive. I'm trying to stay active. I'm trying to keep on creating and keep up with all of it. So there are some things that I'm just not up to date with, and that is one of the things that I have not forgotten, and I know I owe it, and I know and I'm gonna be, I will be sending it. And part of the reason, besides not having the budget to do the shipping right now and get into the crafty hauls and shipping and all that thing right now because of the budget, I also wanted to find a way to put them in a safe container to ship them so that they would not get all crushed. And I know that way is going to be more expensive than just shoving them into a little... I don't have bubble wrap. What do you call them? The flat rate envelopes with the bubble wrap. I ordered them online and they send me the other ones, the cardboard regular ones. So I don't have the ones with the bubble wrap. And I finally got some of just the regular ones that you get at Walgreens. But I wanted a container that I could put the cupcake in so it would be safe in shipping from here to you. So I finally think I found the perfect thing, and I'm gonna be working on that tomorrow. And I hope that next week I'll be able to send those out. So I'm truly sorry. I do really apologize, because it's not me. This is not me, and I feel super awful about not sending it before. And I want you to know that I know it's my fault. I know I'm late, but I promise you they will be going out this next week, and I have to make it happen, just like I made those swap inserts happen. That's getting done this weekend, because I can't keep postponing things and leaving things to keep piling up and not being able to keep up with them just because I'm running with work. So I have to keep up with my friends and my promises and my compromises. So this is my promise that they will be out this next week, okay? So thank you so much for your patience and for your understanding. I hope you do. And I feel really bad about that. But anyways, I'll come back with another video to share that deconstructed art journaling insert that I'm going to be sending out on Monday. And then I'll come back and share the rest of the faces that I've been creating. I'm up to 15 today. So without counting those 2 that I included in the deconstructed art journal. page, and then I'll try to come back and share other types of things that I've been working on in my art journal that have to do with journaling, and hopefully you like that. And I'll share one, and you guys let me know if you're interested in me sharing more than one. I mean, more. And that's basically all I've been doing. I've only had time to go into my art journal and make a page a day, or maybe 2 facing pages, and that's it. I haven't had the strength or the stamina or the time to do more than that, because things have been like crazy with work. So yeah, but at least I'm still creating, and I'm still making videos, and I'm still finding some time to do the Periscope, which is faster, and I'm in touch with all of you. I'm not losing my being able to be in touch with all of you like I had to do last year. I didn't find the time last year, and this year I wanted to make that a priority. I wanted to keep up with my social media, with all of you, because my community to me is like, it's so special, and it's so wonderful to share with all of you that I don't want to let that go. You know, I even though I have to work harder to do all of it, it's part of what I love. So anyways, thank you so much for stopping by and for listening and for watching, and I'll be back with that other video before I send it out, because I don't want to not share that and have a video with what I created, because I'm not gonna have it because I only made the 4 that I'm sending. So yeah, bye again, and thank you so much. Hugs, kisses, besitos, and take care. Have a wonderful weekend and week.